action like shit. All right, I'm back. You back. We back like a smile hoe. Welcome to Postscript, aka PS the Talk Show. You already know it's me. It's your girl P, your favorite bitch, your favorite witch, aka the president and CEO and founding member of the Little Booties Matter Club, aka the Eyebrow Connoisseur, aka Pretty Chocolate and Pay, aka Master P, aka Big Pressure, aka the biggest P. You know it's me. We back. So let's get into the show. Today's segment, laughable at best. I know I've been talking about this girl a lot on this show, but it just seems on brand at this point that every time it's time to record an episode, something about her make it into the episode. So for laughable at best, I want to talk about, and I hope y'all have seen it, and if not, I'll try to put a link to it in the description. But it's this video of this Asian lady rapping Yeah Glow. Oh my God, hilarious. Like her daughter was like training her how to do the song so they could make like a TikTok together. That shit is so funny. Now let's move on to P's favorite pieces. This is all I have to say. Truthfully and honestly. Again, I don't even know if y'all can see that or whatever. But this is all I have to say. This is the best fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So I'm just gagged. And I also feel that it has a lot to do with the fact that I haven't participated in any, performing arts thing since I graduated college for real. Like I went to the ballet, I think twice, but then COVID happened. So I haven't really been like in that world a lot within the most recent years. So let me just talk to y'all a little bit about this. So this is called a playbill, and this is like the little magazine that they give you when you go to a show, performing arts show. So this was called the Cher Show, and it obviously was about our fucking iconic pop star, goddess, warrior, diva, Venetian Taurean queen, Cher. Duh. And it was just so on brand for me to like do that during tour season because I know that she's also a tourist, like period. So this show was so good, y'all. Like it was just so good. It really gave me like a deeper look into her life. I didn't know a lot about Cher's life. I just knew that her voice was very special. I've never heard anybody else sound like that. And I also just knew that she was a fucking pop star, iconic diva. But this gave me a really deeper look into her life. And, I saw parts of things, not even parts of my life, but things that I identify with in her journey to becoming who the fuck she is today. And it just really gave me an even firmer, foundation that I'm going to be that girl. Because I've always been that girl, period. It was 2 acts, act 1, act 2 with an intermission in between. And it was just amazing. Like, I really don't have no, words to describe. Like, I'm literally quoting the play right now. That's crazy. It's one part when she was like, it's literally a line where she says, I remember becoming famous. It was literally indescribable. And then the younger her was like, oh my God, tell me what it was like. What did it feel like to be famous? And she goes, it was literally indescribable. I love Cher. Yeah, it was just a great altering experience. Like I really just feel like that healed something in me, and it just gave me a better self-awareness of if somebody like Cher could be through and survive and live to thrive as the iconic fucking person that she is, I know that the same thing is very possible for me. And that's really what it was giving. But and also like I was in there and I did some shrooms, so I had a really good trip. But it was like a really good breakthrough, and it just really made me be grateful and thankful for making it to today. Yeah, definitely normalize psychedelics as long as you've done the shadow work, so you're not being traumatized and shit like that. But the show was so fucking good that I actually went to see it twice in the same night. Like I went to the matinee, the 2 p.m. show, and that shit was so good. I was like, oh my God, I have to go back. So I went back to the 8 o'clock show. But I went to that show and I didn't do shrooms. Nonetheless, I still enjoyed both shows. Lit as fuck. And like I said, that experience was just very life-changing for me. Just life-altering, just eye-opening. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of ties into this segment of What's the Tea? Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but this is my childhood neighborhood, like where I grew up and stuff. We used to have a summer camp every year. And this is one of the t-shirts. This is Woodland Springs, and this is their like little logo from back in the day. I don't even think this is their logo no more. And then let me see if I can show you the back. And the back say summer camp 2005, 2006, and shit like that, I think. And I put this tea on specifically for this segment of What's the Tea with this episode. Because like I said, when I went to the Cher show, I just had a really big eye-opening moment that, you know, I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to have half of the shit that I have. I'm not supposed to have done half the shit I done. I'm not supposed to have went and seen half the shit I seen. Like, I'm so thankful and grateful, like, you know, because a lot of people that I went to the summer camp with or that I grew up with, they not fucking here no more. Like, and it really just, it opened up something in me to be able to hold space for those people. You know, people definitely lost their lives when I still lived in my neighborhood and was around there. And not even just my neighborhood, when I lived still in my home state, when I was still in college and shit like that, middle school, high school, all that. Like, people, like, it's a saying that I always say, like, you gotta live a little because niggas die a lot. Like, that's just what it is. And since I even moved from my home state, like, just even more people that I know have lost their lives to the streets and gun violence and shit like that. It's crazy because, like, I never took a moment to, like, really think about it until I was on the shrooms at the concert, like, you know, being grateful and thankful that niggas was turning 28. Like, because I just turned 28, and I just told y'all, I don't know how many people done got shot and killed since my childhood. Niggas don't even make it to see 28. That's crazy. That's crazy as fuck. Like, that's wild as shit. Like, so I was just really, 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 like, so grateful and thankful in that moment, and in that trip, and that download, and in that experience that I was having in that moment. Like, I remember one time me and somebody was standing outside in a parking lot smoking, just chilling. This probably was like, when the fuck was this? This probably was like 2018. Yeah, like 2000. Yeah, this was summer 2018. I'll never forget. We were standing outside in the parking lot smoking. And it's like a group of buildings. So we in the middle of the parking lot with the buildings, you know what I'm saying, making a courtyard around us. Y'all know how apartments look like. We clearly could hear somebody was right behind the building. Like, we couldn't see them, but you clearly could hear that somebody was letting that motherfucker off. Like, just because middle of the day, like, and it's so crazy because nobody flinched. Like, everybody was just outside chilling. Like, we all turned around. And then when the gunshot stopped, we just continued on about our day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that shit is, it's sad, but it's normalized where I come from. So that's just what I wanted to speak on about that. So, yeah. So let's get into what pissed me off today. And why it's the same thing from last week's episode of what pissed me off today. Because why that boy posted on Instagram and said, y'all funny as hell. I'm single as hell. Single life or something. And I was like, so maybe that girl that's in the picture with him, she was on the visit list or something and was a fan from back in the day or something. I don't know. I ain't looked too much into it. But that's what he said. So, Chris also said he never read. Free chips. Okay, and for this week's questions that need answers, I actually want to ask y'all a question, and I would appreciate it if somebody would reach out to me and fucking respond. But if you are interested or would like to know a little more about yourself, I want you to tell me 3 things that you are more interested in knowing more about yourself, and I'll do my best to look at your birth chart and give you those 3 things. Like, so for example, if you're someone who is like, you know, I just feel like maybe I just be working a lot or just going to work and in the motions of every day, but I don't really know what my true purpose is here. The thing I would look for and try to decipher and read for you in your birth chart would be your North Node, because that's usually your soul's purpose. So let me know if it's 3 things that you want either like a little bit more clarity on, or something about yourself you want a little more understanding on, or something about like maybe how you relate to other people that you would like more understanding on, or maybe you're like, why do I feel this way around these kind of people? Or just 3 things you want some clarity on that's not about no nigga or about no relationship or about no boyfriend, about no man and shit like that, because I don't do astrology shit like that. No shade. But yeah, let me know if that's something that y'all are interested in. That's a question that I need y'all to answer like shit. Okay, on today's segment of Conscious Cunt, as I told y'all, it's just about how I'm living my life, you know, as more oh my god. Oh my god. Why my girl Clementine? Shout out to my girl Clementine. Why she go and post talk about something? Don't talk happy birthday if you ain't talking to me all year. Facts. Fucking facts. Consciously in the most fucking way possible. So if you know, I've been training for the strongman competition and I recently started eating like a pit bull puppy. I'm really proud of myself because I recently got all of my things that I need to consume in a day to meet my protein number down to a T. Like I finally got that shit all together. Like, so I do a protein coffee with like this snickerdoodle protein powder and it dissolves so good. It's the best one that I have. And then I'll put like, I put 2 types of protein yogurt in my smoothie. I put avocados in the smoothie, spinach in the smoothie. So I usually get like 50 grams of protein just in my smoothie. I'll get like another 25 from the coffee. Then in the morning, like with my breakfast, I usually have like bacon, sausage, shit like that. That's like a couple little more grams of protein. I wish I liked eggs because I know that that's a big protein thing, but them shits just stink so bad. I fucking hate eggs. What else do I be doing? I got like these little snacks I be eating, like these little cookies and these little bars and stuff that I eat to add on to my protein number. And then, of course, my lunch at work, that adds on to my protein number. And then by the time I get home and eat dinner, I've reached my protein goal. And I finally got that shit down to a science because it felt like I was just never going to fucking consume 190 grams of protein a day. Like, I was just like, bitch, I'm never going to do this. But I got it down to a science now, and I'm really happy about that. So that's this segment of Conscious Cut. So it's only on fucking brand that this week's bar for bar is a Cher verse because like I told y'all, I was in there tripping my ass off, but it was in such a good way. Like I told y'all in last week's episode, I have music in my life no way that I know anybody else that has music in their life apart from like my concert friends, like my friends who I go to concerts with and like I always see them at concerts. Like shout out to the DMV Rangers. I know if I go to a Machine Gun Kelly concert in the DMV, it's a certain group of people I'm gonna see. Shout out to Janae, shout out to Caitlin, shout out to BJ, shout out to Ashley, shout out to Yana. Like I just know I'm gonna see them. That's just a given. Apart from those people, I don't know anybody else who has music in their life the way that I have music in my life. So when they was in there singing them fucking songs and I'm in here experiencing the trip that I'm on and like the way that the lyrics was just hitting back to me, I was like, damn, like I always knew that this song was a bop, but I've never felt this song like this before. But I also had to remember that like I was in a different space. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm literally shifting ages, shifting timelines, shifting perspectives, shifting dimensions. Like, so of course that shit is gonna hit different for you. Like, bitch, you're 28 now. So this week's bar for bar. So it's gonna be Strong Enough by Cher. I'm gonna try to do my Cher for y'all. I don't think I can do Cher. Her voice is like, come hello waters high, you'll never see me cry. This is our last goodbye, it's true. Cause I'm telling you that I'm strong enough. It's so fucking hard to sing like that. How the fuck did she do that, bro? But that's this week's episode of Bar for Bar. Right now to our favorite part of the show. Hashtag I cannot make this shit up. You made it through April. Congratulations. I know. It was a rocky ride. It was a rough road. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the eclipse hurt my pride a lot. Not the one that we just recently had in April, but the one that we had last year. And Taurus, Scorpio, that one hurt my pride a lot. But this eclipse, I actually liked it. Like, I know some people are usually like, oh, the eclipse is so terrible, it was horrible, it dragged me, this, that, blah, blah, blah. But like I told y'all, when you're aware of the shit that's going on in the sky and you can circumvent the things that you can to your best ability, you'll be good. You'll be good. And I feel like this eclipse season was just very supportive for me, honestly. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So, as you know, and if you didn't know, on 4/28, we had a national holiday. It was me, the biggest P28 solar return birthday. And that was so much fun. And like I've been talking about y'all, I went to the Cher show on Saturday for my birthday, and then I just went out to eat for my birthday. And then on the 29th, we did have Venus. On April 29th, we did have Venus enter Taurus. And as I've shared with you all, Venus, when I say things are like into something, or they're going to conjunct something, or it transitioned into this, or this is the transit that we're in, I'm usually speaking of a planet and an astrological sign. So like I just said, Venus went into Taurus. Venus is the planet. Taurus is the astrological sign. Just think of everything like a big dial, like a big circle. So as the world turns and spins and all that shit, and it goes day and night, and we spin on the axis, we're just shifting through the zodiac wheel. You know what I'm saying? And the planets and shit is just going with us. That's how I can physically, mentally make this make sense for y'all. So that did happen on April 29th. And May is really giving you like a nice little soft landing to land on after getting your ass whooped so much in April. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's really opening up and giving you that last little gentle push, that last little nudge. As I said in my last video last week, we're in Taurus season, and Taurus is the sign of abundance. Because, bitch, if you know me, you know I'm abundant in everything. I ain't never lacking. Fuck is you talking about? So continue to gain more knowledge and introspection about yourself and, you know, your relationships and your daily routines and things like that. And just continue on your journey. Just keep collecting the clues and the evidence. Just keep collecting and allow yourself to expand from the things that you notice. Like, I feel like I keep preaching the same thing a little bit, but you know the shit that's not good for you. Stop doing that. Like, stop. I always have this saying, like, break the loop today or the cycle repeats tomorrow. And that's just what it is. Continue to work on those things so that you can have a even better ascension towards your journey of reflection. Like, when you look back on this part, you can say, damn, I really was doing that. Like, that was crazy. Or, wow, I'm so happy that I started doing this now. It really changed my mindset or shifted my perspective. So like I said, just keep getting shit for the road trip. Just keep getting snacks. Keep eating gas. Just keep going. You know, just keep going. Because as I've been speaking about, this is the time for you to reflect on the things that you partake in and are included in, and how they either add to or stunt your growth. And I've been talking about 10th house things, as I've told you all, and that's about, you know, longevity, your legacy, what you leave behind in this world. So with Mars in Aries, again, Mars the planet, Aries the astrological sign, okay? And with Venus in Taurus, again, Venus the planet, Taurus the astrological sign, baby, they're at home. They're at home. So being as though I'm Taurus, I'm ruled by the planet Venus. Venus rules the sign of Taurus. And being as though it's back into that sign of Taurus on the wheel where we're shifted at right now, it's at home. Aries is ruled by Mars. So if you're in Aries, you're ruled by the planet of Mars. And with the little place that we are on the wheel right now, like I said, Aries is at home with its ruling planet of Mars, and Taurus is at home with its ruling planet of Venus. So I don't know who need to hear this, but it's Gemini and Taurus. Bitch, you need to hear this. Listen up. Do the thing. Do the thing. Go to the place. Buy the tickets. Go to the event. Do the show. Talk to that person. Submit the email. Fill out the application. Do the fucking thing. And you know what I'm talking about. Do it. Do the thing. Yeah, it's giving new shit. New shit. New shit. New shit. Oh, what song was that? What go-go song was that? It's definitely a song. It's new shit, new shit, new shit. That's what it's giving right now, bitch. That's what it's giving. I'm like, damn, what go-go song is that? But yeah, it's definitely giving new shit, new shit. Like, that's what it's giving, okay? So yesterday was the first, and if you have been taking heed to things that I told you, I did tell y'all that on the first, make sure that you blow cinnamon into your front door, or like, you know, over your bed. You want to make sure that your closet is clean and that your bathroom is clean, because those things control your fucking money on. A lot of people who like be out of fucking whack, look at their closet, look at their bathroom. That shit is a fucking mess. That's a reflection of your life. I just want everybody to know that. I don't know who need to hear that, but you need to hear that. And just also remember the lessons and the hurt and the tender things that came up in the month of April and the things that resurfaced. Don't forget that. Don't forget the lessons or the work that you put in towards those things. But because, like I told y'all, we recently had a Scorpio full moon on the 23rd. it's very easy right now to get caught up in that blame, shame, game, guilt trip thing. Just so don't let yourself get caught in like a negative self loop of like bad talk, like, oh my god, I'm a piece of shit, I can't believe I'm so fucking stupid, and like shit like that. Like, don't, because it's very easy to get caught up in that too, with that Scorpio energy still lingering around from the full moon. And so today we it's May 2nd, and Pluto went retrograde today, but this isn't anything to like be like super I don't know, worried about, because most of the year Pluto is retrograde anyways. That's just the thing. And like, Pluto don't fuck with people anyways, because they be talking about Pluto like, oh, it's a planet this year, it's not a planet no more, it's an asteroid, this that. Pluto said, fuck y'all, I'm gonna do my own thing. And that's what Pluto be on. So Pluto did go retrograde today, and it's going to be there until October the 11th. So like I told y'all, for over half the year, that's just where Pluto is at. That's where it's comfortable at. That's where it live at. It be chilling. And with Pluto retrograding right now, my girl Maddie did mention that it's a couple months ago we entered the age of Aquarius. And so like I mentioned, I don't even know if I was doing my YouTube videos back then, but we entered the age of Aquarius a couple months ago. Because like I said, Pluto retrogrades for more than half the year. I mean, yeah, for more than half the year, but it is in its comfortable home. So yeah, Pluto is going to retrograde into the sign of Aquarius, and I don't know if I was doing my YouTube videos by this point, but I may have mentioned something about the age of Aquarius. And I say the age of Aquarius because Pluto went its stations in its retrograde. We're in the age of Aquarius because once Pluto does transit into the sign, again, Pluto the planet, Aquarius the sign, when Pluto transits into the sign of Aquarius, it's going to be there until I think 2043 or some shit like that. So that's why I'm saying we're in the age of Aquarius, because that's going to be locked down for the next 27 years. So with it being Taurus season and Venus being at home in the sign of Taurus, make sure that you take heed to the abundance in your life, like your self-care, having good food, good experiences, maybe a little retail therapy, like amazing like baths, buy yourself some new pajamas or just something. With Mars being stationed with its perfect little coupling of Aries, with Aries and Mars, you know, that's also giving match made in heaven. So with those two things right now, it's really giving, this is great and this is a good feeling, but on the backside of that, it's also giving, put your money where your fucking mouth is, put up or shut up, but in like a little more gentler way, I guess. Just to share a little more context about your birth chart, since I just talked about the planet Mars being in the sign of Aries, on your birth chart, you have representation of a lot of signs and a lot of planets, a lot of houses and a lot of degrees. However, my Mars, it's like when I was born, the planet Mars was in the sign of Aries. So that's why I have a Aries Mars. So like I said earlier in QTNA, you want to know what your Mars is? Because it might be an Aries Mars. And if it's an Aries Mars, because Aries is back in Mars, you're having what's called your Mars return. So I'm having my Mars return because I have an Aries Mars. Aries will be in Mars until June 9th. Though. Mars is really the planet about your vitality, your ability, your drive, your fuel, your focus, your passions, like what really gets you going, like the way that you handle shit. So just with the month of April being a very heavy astro month, like a heavy astrology month, which is all the shit that was going on, the planet Mars was definitely having motion because the eclipse was in Aries, and like I just said, the sign of Aries is ruled by Mars, so that's Mars getting a little motion with that. We had a Mercury retrograde in Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars, so that's still Mars getting motion from that, like, if that makes sense. So Mars been having a lot of motion for the girls. It's time for you to show the fuck up. Show up for you, maybe show up a little bit better for others in your life, or it might even be time for you to step back from certain shit, close certain doors. It's time to stop talking about it, thinking about it, dreaming about it, feeling about it, and going through these fake ass scenarios and shit in your head. Do it. Like, it's giving right now, because I know Amanda Seales is trending from her Shannon Sharp interview. It's giving my favorite soundbite from her ever. I think she's like, she goes, "Oh my God, nigga, shut up." That's what it's giving right now. That's what the energy is giving right now. So as I said a couple of videos ago, May 26th, your lights might get cut back on. You might get jolted forward. You might all of a sudden feel a big shift because like you might have been delayed from the eclipse. So you might be getting your eclipse shit a little late. So stay on the lookout for that. And I say again that you might get jolted or your lights might get flipped by going on May 26th, because that is when the planet Mars, which is currently in Aries, they're going to share the same degree that the eclipse that we had in Libra and Aries is at. And I keep telling y'all, I guess that's the sign that I need to learn some shit about degrees, because I keep telling y'all I don't really know much about degrees. I just know that they're a thing. This is a word that you should know. I've spoken about it before, and if you don't know it, bitch, listen up. On May 18th, we're going to have a Jupiter Cazimi day. Of course, because we're in Taurus season, it's going to be Jupiter Cazimi in Taurus. And as I told you all, the word Cazimi just means in the heart of the sun. So that's when Jupiter and the sun are going to be like the shaking hand emojis that day. So all Jupiter things are what the light is going to be shown on that day. Like, that's what's going to be exposed in that time. So like I've been telling y'all, Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's a planet of knowledge. It's the planet of growth and well-being and shit like that. So not only are those things going to be, you know, blown up that day, because it's going to be happening in Taurus, those themes are going to be blown up in relating to Taurus things, like your stability, like your work ethic, or your loyalty, or your values and shit like that. On May 18th, we got Venus conjunct Uranus. And as I told y'all, when it's a conjunct, here we go with this degree shit again. They're a couple degrees away from each other. Not really sure how many, but bitch, they close. That's what we're going to call it on our channel. When we talk about a conjunct, what we going to say? Bitch, they close. Thank you. So with all of that coming up within the next like 2 weeks or so, I really want you to focus on renegotiating contracts. And I don't know if y'all are like critical things or not, no shade. But I don't mean literal paper on contract. That's not what I mean. I mean the shit that you're bound to, the shit that you agreed to, the shit that just goes on into your life. It's time for you to renegotiate that shit, redefine that shit. It might be time for you to rezone, reboundary, re-examine those things, specifically related to your physical body and like how you show up for work, for things, or for people maybe, but also with like the divine feminine. And I've tried my best not to use a bunch of jargon on here, because I don't want y'all to think that I'm one of them love and light kind of bitches, because everything can't always be love and light, bitch. Sometimes it gotta be hate and dark. Fuck with me and find out. But yeah, so it might be time for you to renegotiate shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you haven't been taking the best care of your body, or making the best choices for your body. Or maybe you've been neglecting your body a little bit. Like, girl, get them toes done, paint them fingernails, get that hair done. Like, you know, it's not always literal. I really want y'all to just be expansive with the way that y'all think about the shit that I talk about. Please. Thank you. That's all I can say. And it's important that you ensure that the things that you're bound to and the things that you're in partnership with and in relationship with are of abundance, like I said. Because there's no point of you doing, being, getting, saying, having all of this shit if you aren't being returned that same thing. So it's given. It's okay to change your mind when you get new information. How that's what it's given, bitch. It's okay to change your mind with new information. It's okay to renegotiate when you got some new information. It's okay to redefine when you get some new shit told to you. Definitely could change your opinion once your horizons have been expanded, bitch. Okay. And I don't know who need to hear this, but saying yes to something is you immediately saying no to something else. So remember that. The next time you be like, yeah, immediately say no to something else. Remember that, because a lot of y'all don't think that way. And then just to kind of also tie all this together, like I told y'all, I know y'all probably been getting y'all ass whooped in April, but a lot of it, you know, has to do with the stars and the moons and shit. But also, I don't know who need to hear this, bitch. I'm not no doctor. I'm not no health freak. I'm not none of that. But a lot of us young people be thinking like, oh, I'm stressed out, or oh, I'm sad, or I'm depressed, I'm this, I'm that, and this, and that, and that, and that, and this. When the main thing is, bitch, you ain't getting enough sun. Let's just keep it a bean. Your nervous system is probably fucking shot. Your endocrine system is probably fucking trash. And you probably don't have the best habits. You know what I'm saying? So just do what you can to take care of yourself. Just do something. Just do something. Just do something. I don't know who needed to hit that, but you're not stressed. Your endocrine system is the fuck out of whack. You not saying, bitch, you're underlined. I don't know who needed to hear that, but somebody needed to hear that. So that's the episode. Thank y'all for coming. Please make sure that if you want to know 3 things about yourself, you reach out to me some way. Or maybe you might want to know 3 things about your kid. Like, why does this little motherfucker always be talking back to me? Well, your baby's a Taurus, and Taurus rule throat chakra, so it's very hard for us to shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. I've always gotten in trouble for that. Oh, you got a smart mouth, you're disrespectful, you're this, you're that, you're that. And it's like, am I just a truth teller, huh? And you don't like that because you're lying to me, and I'm calling you the fuck out about it, and you're at your big fucking age. So that might be like, for a long time, I didn't understand why people would just thought I was just such a fucked up person. But I understood when I started to study alchemy, and I understood that Taurus is ruled the throat chakra, and I'm gonna say what the fuck need to be said. I don't care to who it is. I don't care. So thank y'all for coming. And you know how we end the videos like we always do. And if you don't know by now, bitch, I don't know what to tell you. Bitches be mad because they be hating, and bitches be hating because they be mad.